When dealing with the interior angles of a polygon, there's one formula that's really important for us here. S, which is the sum of the interior angles, is equal to n minus 2 times 180, where n is the number of sides or angles in that polygon. Well, we can use that to answer several different types of questions. Number one, find the sum for a polygon with 22 sides or angles. Well, in this case, n equals 22. So the sum would be 22 minus 2 times 180. That's 20 times 180. And 20 times 180, it's going to give us 3,600 degrees. That's the sum for all the angles on the inside of a polygon with that number of angles. Number two, find the measure of one angle for a regular octagon. Well, if it's an octagon, n is 8. Well, the sum is 8 minus 2 times 180. That's going to be 6 times 180, which will give you 1,080 degrees. Well, if it's regular, and that's an important part to this, if it's regular, all of your angles are going to be the same. And you have 8 of them. So you're going to take S and divide it by N, 1,080 divided by 8. And that's going to tell you that each angle on the inside is going to be 135 degrees. Now you can turn that around. If you know the sum, then you can figure out how many you have. So we're going to take the same formula, S equals n minus 2 times 180. And this time we're going to put 1260 in here for S. And n minus 2 times 180. If I divide 1260 by 180, I get 7. And then add 2 to each side, and I get 9. So there's 9 angles, there's 9 sides in this figure. Well, we can do a little more with that. We can find missing values as well. So in this particular diagram here, I've got 6 angles, and I don't know angle C, but I know that if it has 6, then 6 minus 2 times 180, it's going to eventually get me 720 degrees for all of the angles. The ones that I know add up to 465. So the measure of angle C plus all the other ones, 465, will equal this total of 720. So 720 minus 465 gives me 255 degrees for this angle right here. Well, we can go a little further and we can do some algebra with it. In this pentagon, I've got these two right angles. I have these two given with numbers, and then I have an expression here. The sum, if it is a pentagon, would be 5 minus 2 times 180, gives me 540 degrees. And I would take all of the angles, including the 6x, they would add up to 540. These values add up to 414. I would subtract 540 minus 414 is going to be 126. And then divide by 6. And you're going to get your x value is 21. Now if you wanted to, especially if there were more than one that had an x in it, you could take that x and plug it in right here to find that missing angle measure. Of course, we already know that it's 126 degrees.